Yeah, we're live. How are you? Visionary entrepreneurs, life changers. How are you? Welcome back to our Momentum Monday. Wow, today is our 99th episode. How are you, everyone? I hope you are enjoying this time, special time of this year, right? It's closing to 2022. Gosh, it's like so the time really flies. Can you still remember like we just get into 2022 and just like celebrate a new year, everything, right? And now the time is like getting us to next year soon. But now we are almost like a little bit past the middle of December. And today the question I want to ask you, when was your last time that you had the dreaming and also visioning? And today, because I want to call December, the December to dream again month. Really, it's like this month, why we want to call it like a dream again month? Because it depends on the answers as well. When was your last time dreaming and visioning? I ask these questions to my clients, to my students, and some of them answered, it's very interesting for younger ones, right? By the way, I have both from teenagers to adults, majority adults, right? Entrepreneurs, but occasionally I also teach teenagers. So as you could imagine, majority of our older like adults clients during our coaching session, when I ask them when did you do your last dreaming and visioning, majority of them could not remember it at all, right? They just felt like, oh, they were too busy, and in the business, in the work, and the life every day is going on, and they seldom do dreams anymore. Like almost like they could not remember, like, oh, when was that? Maybe in their childhood, right? So it's so interesting. And I recently just did some dream sessions with my clients, encourage them to develop their top from 10 to 30, right? Like at least focus on their top 10 dreams. And it's just a wonderful experience to bring them back into that kind of a dreaming stage. It's almost like that's kind of a privileged stage. Majority of people, if like they've already been so much into their daily life, they forgot to dream. So that's why I would encourage all of you to dream again, especially in this month, right, December. And by the way, like for all those younger like teenagers, when I ask them when did you dream, and many of them said maybe either weekly or multiple times of a week, or some of them even did every day. Every day they could have dream, and some of them said, oh, I even had my dream during my dream, right? Like during a real sleeping and a dream, they had their really a wishing and a dream for their life. So that was wonderful, right? So I would encourage all of us to really pick up our child within us. It's like the time for December. Let's take a break. Everyone's like, I know December is crazy, right? Everyone is, especially entrepreneurs, preparing for your launch, prepare for your special offers, all this kind of. Last month was like in the U.S., right? It's a Black Friday deals. Right before the Thanksgiving, and for December is like a Christmas and New Year. Everyone's crazily preparing for some special offers and promotions, right? I understand that. Yes, definitely do that. But at the same time, I would encourage everybody to take a break, take some break time, okay? And I would share with you what is the best time actually. You do not need, how to say, finish everything, finish all your work, and find that kind of a luxurious day to take a break, almost like a Christmas day to take a break or a New Year day to take a break, right? Actually, the best time, to take break. Actually, before that, I want to ask you another question. Why? Yeah. Before we tell you how and what, you want to ask the why question, right? Why should we dream again? Why should we dream even, right? Why should we dream? And what make if you can still recall some of your childhood time, what make a child different from an adult? And also, like, even though the child was not working, they did not make money, but the child is the most creative person. Like people, even like a scientific research said, kids before 4 years old, is the most creative time. And okay, that's feel like hopeless, right? Like we waste our time and the most genius time already before like after before 4, and we did not even remember anything, and after that our creativity reduce and our genius status reduce. But we get into adulthood, how to say, teenager, and then adulthood, we need to do the most things, right? So sounds like a hopeless, but I would encourage you, what, because even though we missed that most genius and most creative time, but as we grow, we learn more, we get more knowledge at least, right? And we also have more wisdom. We get more like life experiences. We know more why, what, who, and how, all these kind of questions. So it's like two edges of the sword, right? Like this one edge is like, oh, sounds like we are getting more and more accumulation and also luggages from life, right? That makes us like sometimes walk slower because we are not in that kind of a rich imagination creativity status. And but I will share quite soon about how you could sustain that kind of status. Okay, I did some almost like a psychological test. Even though now I'm close to 50, but inside I'm it's just like my psychological age is just around 18. So that stage is still creative, right? So every day I've been so creative, and sometimes even though I could be out of creativity, but I have some secret practice I will share with you quite soon, so that you could like maintain that creativity status and really maintain that dreaming and visioning status. Okay, so the why part, the why is like because we grow, because we're losing that kind of a imagination and creativity, kind of a momentum, because of the luggages of life we're carrying on with us, right? All these kind of burdens we're carrying on every day and more, just like a snail. The snail get that shell bigger and bigger, and when you grow and you get a bigger like a house or that burden above you, so that you walk slowly and you like I mentioned earlier, like those adults barely dream again, right? So that's why we need dreams. Why need dreams? The first, dreams make your life more interesting and fun, right? Can you still remember, even like far away from remember some imaginations or maybe dream time you could have? That must be much more colorful, interesting, and life is fun, right? Life is like a unlimited potential, and you were always like excited. That's why when I ask the students, when they are looking at their like dreams, and then we help them create a vision board, right? So when they are looking at the vision board, think about their dreams, how do they feel? They say they feel happy, they felt super excited, they feel like they are already like living in their dreams. That kind of feeling, don't you want to have that? Right? Our adult life, it's like so heavy, and sometimes you may feel like so boring. Don't you want to reconnect with that dream status, that you feel like life is excited and happy, and everything's like in your dream already, right? Don't you want to feel that? So that's first. And also why we want to dream again. When you dream, you feel young. You feel young again. And when you dream, you feel more possibilities. You create in your mind, in your vision, the possibilities, more possibility for your life. And you make it more possible for you to fulfill those desires, those wishes, right? So that's why you want to, and also for your life to really reach your unlimited potential. We really have, everyone have an unlimited potential, especially everyone, you are unique. You have your unique purpose and passion and gifts. And many of you, majority of us, have not discovered that potential yet. Majority of us have not even reached like a percentage, let's say, and maybe even not 50% of our potential yet. So that is a really waste of our blessed life, right? So that's why we want to dream again. When we dream again, we will connect again with that, our dreams, our desires, our purpose, our blessings, our passion, and all that those gifts, blessed gifts, will bless us to be filled with the passion, with the energy, with the unlimited potential and creativity, so that will make our life be more possibly to reach our to get closer to what we dream for, to get closer to what we are called for, to get closer to like what we are blessed for, like our life's true meaning, right? So we need dream again. It's just like a flower. For example, let me give you some example. Like flowers, right? The flowers when they blossom and open their like petals, it's beautiful. It's like you see the beauty, you see that the kind of energy inside of it, you see the meaning of the flower's life, right? That's like we could use that to describe our imagination and dreaming state. When we are in that state, we're like flowers blossom, and we're like flowers like get the sunlight and also give the life's best gifts, the beauty and the energy, right, and the blessing to the world. Even though sometimes that's short, like our life is short, compare much longer than flowers, but compare with other things, human life, like any animals or the humans life are really short. But we can really, because our unlimited potential, we can really use that limited life to be unlimited, beautiful, meaningful, valuable, and great, right? And to also, you can even generate the impact, leave the legacy beyond our life, beyond our limited life. We can generate unlimited legacy and impact beyond our limited life. So that's why we want to encourage everybody, reconnect with your dreamland. Our dreamland and our vision land is the most blessed one. Let me see. Today. Okay. Yeah. So now is how we could get to back to that dreamland, especially if you have already like forget when you did a dream and how to dream, right? I remember during our coaching session, I encouraged my clients to do that. We did during the session meditation I called abundance meditation. I've been doing that every day, morning and night time, through the last 7 years, every day. And that's the most amazing, I would say, most amazing habit I am owning. And I'm really feel blessed, because that one actually is like a fruits bared or generated through the darkness valley of my life. My life, I had a marriage and a relationship crisis 7 years ago, and my marriage get into the crisis, and it's just like the relationship did not go as I wish for that purity and faithful and everything, right? So I was almost like totally broken and devastated, and it really the longest and also the darkest tunnel and valley I've been going through my life, the whole life, right? Almost 50 years. And at that time I almost like really gave up because I was so despair and also desperate, and really lost my hope and dreams, even my values, even my identity. I lost everything. I lost my almost like any vision, any dream for the future, because that's like the end. That's like a death sentence of my life, because I was cherishing love so much, so deeply, and so valuably. I thought that was the only thing. That's the only most valuable thing in my life. Without, my lover's love, without the a beautiful, perfect marriage and family, my life was broken. I thought my life was meaningless. I could not find a meaning anymore. It's just like my identity, my purely identity was completely relying on my marriage and love. So through those almost 5 years of darkness tunnel, there was no light I could see during that tunnel in the middle. You can imagine 5 years I was struggling almost every day. I was like in a desperate kind of a status and in tears. It's like really, really like a horrible status. And I even tried to suicide. Almost like died. I went on the railroad station, the Long Island Railroad Station in New York. The magical is I did not die. Of course, I'm still here. The train stopped in front of me during the middle night. And just at that time, it's super cold. By the way, actually, it's also almost like this time, December and January. I forgot the exact time, but it's like super cold, super cold. Like everything is like at the end of the world. I saw that was my end. The end was my life, and the end of my life. But really, miraculously, God kept my life, and that at that time I realized my life was not meant to end. My life is still valuable. My life is still meaningful, and through that, I get collected back to the true meaning of my life. It's not just for one love, but it's for the abundance love of the world. And from there, I stand up back and find my purpose and my meaning, my life's purpose and meaning, my true meaning, to be for the abundance of all, to all people in this world, not just for my own love and life, not just for my own small family, not just only for one person, but for everyone out there, for this world to be abundant. So that's why I get into, since then I bounced back. I would say I said I reselect, I fall into abundance. It's like I fell down, but I fall into abundance. I thought I was getting into hell, but God saved my soul and my life back into the heaven. And so now, since then, I've been feeling that I'm living the heaven on the earth. Even though my marriage is still not, not saved yet, right? But my heart, my soul was saved. And I'm here not for one marriage and for one person. My life is here for everyone else, for this world, including myself, including my kids, including my loved ones. I still love my ex-husband, including my parents, my sister, including all my friends, including all of you, my people. I'm here to serve you. So I found my meaning back, and a greater meaning and bigger meaning. And I also get into this movement called Abundance of All. And I've been doing since then, as I mentioned, the abundance meditation. That's a fruit generated from that darkest journey. So that's the best blessing to my life. And since then, every morning and night, I've been practicing abundance meditation. And actually, morning and night time is different. In the morning, I focus on my visualization part. Of course, I have a gratitude. I have the connection time, the gratitude time, the prayer time, and also the healing time. But the biggest, most important part is the visualization in the morning, to activate the energy, to activate my imagination, to activate my vision, to reconnect. Even when I'm still lying on the bed, I'm not leaving my bed yet before I finish my abundance meditation and visualization. And I learned that kind of like when you are doing meditation, majority of the time it's like they call the alpha status. You are connected with your alpha state and energy. But when you get into like a half sleepy time, where I was doing all this healing massage and like meditation and visualization and prayer, sometimes I fall into like a half sleeping time. And then I learned that's called a theta status, theta energy. And that's a super powerful energy. When you are connected with that, your visualization, everything is like it's like getting into bigger, most creative imagination. Because during that time, you do not have your conscious mind to limit you. You do not have a conscious mind to have all those kind of limitations, negative thinkings, all of that. No, we get into our more natural status, like unconscious status. Like if you say alpha is conscious best status, right? And theta is unconscious, almost like unconscious. Half you could call half conscious and half unconscious status. You do not have any judgment. So that means your imagination, your visualization is unlimited. It's unlimited possible. So don't feel guilty when you are doing meditation and almost falling into sleep. So actually that's good. That's good. And sometimes when I'm doing meditation, I really want to get into that status. Because during that time I will be half like unconscious, and I will not like do any kind of a really like mindy, like consciously like controlling or like judgmenting everything, like, right? There's no negativity at all. So during that time the imagination will be so pure and beautiful and unlimited, right? So I want to experience that again and again. Sometimes I could not really recreate that, so I need to do more practice to get there. But quite some time I get there. So that's a very beautiful state. I would encourage you to do more abundance. By the way, we do have abundance healing meditation and activation course. You could inquire. So we teach that course and how to do those healing and meditation. And by the way, for the healing part, it's a miracle as well. I did the abundance healing and self-healed myself from some severe health situation. Like even doctors, all the doctors from US and from China, they all suggest me to do the surgery, right? It's quite severe, but I healed myself without medicine. That's what I'm most proud of myself. Without medicine, without surgery, I healed myself using this abundance healing meditation and activation. Okay, so we do have the course. Remember to inquire if you do want to learn more. And so in the morning, focus on the visualization, and you will think about, especially connect with your purpose, why you are here, what you are like called to fulfill your life, and to imagine the ultimate version of your life, like your best version of you, who you would become, and what things you would be doing, and what kind of a vision and what kind of things you want to accomplish, right? All these things, just imagine that, and you will get so many possibilities. And quite many times I remember I would get so excited and sometimes get so much clarity. Even during the theta time, I get so much clarity. And many times for example, my Momentum Mondays topics and some detailed messages, and sometimes including what kind of a message I would share. It's like I get so much clarity in my mind. It's just like written in my vision board. It's in my vision, right? And then after I get off the bed, I would write that down immediately so that I can remember it. And sometimes it get so much like organized already, like have like a 1, 2, 3 bullet points already. Now what's the most important things I want to share? All those kind of things, right? It's just like so effortless. And for example, if you plan for something, right? Maybe sometimes you will plan for half an hour or 1 hour to prepare some like presentation or speech, right? But during my theta meditation, abundance meditation, just a few minutes I could accomplish things I may do in a few hours. So, and sometimes it's like that kind of imagination and visualization could really save me, I guess, maybe even months or years of time. Because like I remember 2020, yeah, I had a vision. I created my vision board right beside me. And now it's a new version, by the way, it's 2022. And every year, 2021, I get it further clarity. And 2022, during my visualization, I remember I get quite some like clarity and some details. And that helped me to get to update my vision board. So it's like saving you whole years of work, right? And just really getting me closer and closer to my vision. And also I even, I remember I used this notebook, Tony Robbins notebook. Sometime after my meditation, abundance meditation, and the theta, like clarity, I get all this some kind of details kind of something like, for example, I was imagining what is in my Abundance University, Abundance Center, and all those kind of structures, what aspect I want to cover, and what kind of a, even programs I could put into it, and all the different aspects of those like Abundance University and the center. Why I got that into just like maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes of a theta imagination, and I write down after that. And when I get up and I want to keep that like fresh, right, in my mind and in my vision. I write that down, and it really saved me tons of time of my planning. So I would encourage you to start to practice abundance meditation as well, and start to learn as well. And now it's for the nighttime. What's the difference from nighttime? Nighttime, because it's the best time for the dreaming and the imagination time. It's right before your sleep. After you finish everything, after you even clean up, right, and you get into your bed before you sleep. Then you do prayers, you do gratitude about what things is the best blessing for your day, and there's like a count your blessing, right? And then I will do some imagination during nighttime. For example, what will be my dreamed best like love and my life, and also what would be my life in the like ultimate future will be look like. That kind of gratitude, right? From the present, today's gratitude, and to the long term, what would be my dream life, and I will be grateful for, right? So that is the best time before your sleep. And normally I just like that time is quite precious, because normally just a few minutes of gratitude prayer, because normally I work long hours, right, and work a whole day, and really feel like tired. It's just like within minutes, I would say. Even before I finish my dreaming, I fall into abundant sleep. It's like a beautiful sleep and so content. I seldom have any like real dreams during the sleep. So it's like quite deep. I could not even remember, right, my dreams. Maybe it's just like a quite deep sleep. It's quite a good quality sleep. So next day when I wake up, I feel energetic, feel abundant. Like I started doing my abundance meditation in the morning again, right? Can you imagine that? So both morning time and night time, this kind of abundance meditation helping me connect every day, at least 2 times, okay? At least 2 times in a theta state, like a beyond alpha, like theta. I know the last one, a scientist called it like a delta. Delta is really when you fall into sleep already. Like occasionally I can remember some sleep, but not many. So delta is another deep level, right? I think if I change my sleeping habit, sleep earlier, if sometimes I can remember some like dreams. Sometimes it's great dreams, right? It's in the daytime, that's good. But majority I would say the most creative, most productive time is really in the theta time. It's like half sleeping, right? So that is a beautiful, like every day, morning and night time, connect with my dreams. It's like almost like every day I would like review my vision. I have my vision board here. Every day I'm reviewing my vision, so that helped me get more clarity and more energized, right, and more empowered. So that's why so many people say, oh wow, you have so like unlimited energy. And sometimes even though I maybe sleep very few hours, and sometimes I even worked occasionally, right? It's not good habits. But it's really like so inspired, so passionate. I worked overnight occasionally, okay? I should reduce that, by the way. Guilty for that. Not really guilty, but it's like I should reduce that for my best health. But occasionally when I work that long hours, and next day, I make up some sleep, right? But I still like feel like so energetic. All these kind of energies really come from my dreams, my vision, that kind of connection with and alignment with my purpose, with my dreams, with my vision every day. So that's the best secret for any success, right? I'm not super successful yet, but it's really like at least how you could be unlimited, energetic and passionate, and it's like unstoppable momentum. So that's a secret, okay? So definitely I would encourage everyone to connect with your dream and vision. And by the way, we do have a best way to invite you to participate, and we teach that during if you guys see some of my posts these 2 days, during the Saturday, December 17th, I just did the dream, and our second one, the dream and vision board workshop. Dreams and vision board workshop. I did that for over 35 students, and all of them get so inspired, including from like teenagers to adults, and actually they are remote. We even use some translations to help them better understand English, and it's such a phenomenal and epic experience. All of the students, from adults to young kids, right? And they enjoyed the session. They learned such a profound knowledge and wisdom. I guess that some of that wisdom is a little bit beyond those younger kids, but it's like really the best version they can learn about the dreams, wisdom about dreams and vision. And what's their distinction actually is some difference from there. Many people thought they are similar, but there are some like really distant, distance, a little bit distance and distinction. And we also teach about like the dreams and what people are making the mistakes about the dreams, and how to what's the difference between dreams and vision, and what's the further on like vision board, how to create a vision board, all the preparations and get ready, and the strategies and the principles and the essences. And then we teach people the practice in the workshop, right? And how the different formats. We introduce the seven formats for vision board. Okay, so like all the different like creative formats people can use, either use the physical way or virtual way. You could have over 7 is just a minimum we are introducing, and actually we could create more unlimited possibilities, right? So, and everyone's getting into that kind of like dreamland and vision land. Everyone's super excited. Even the adults will see that they're smiling. Even the translator, by the way, she was doing the translation, and I heard her giggled, right? I laughed when she heard my explanation, and she was in that kind of a cheerful kind of a status as well. So, and at the end, we took a picture. By the way, I will share a picture in my network of our whole class. It's virtual on the Zoom, right? Because it's international. We had 13 hours, I think, 12 hours of a difference. It's like kids for and adults in Cambodia, and it's supporting a charity. We've been doing that. This is our second year, and I believe we will be doing that again. And now I decided that we should not just share with remote kids and adults, right? We should empower people here in our network as well, for our abundant entrepreneurs. And many of you are still struggling. Many of you are still using the hard way. So for me, actually, for 2023, it's really will be my dream, vision, and fun time for 2023. I will be focusing more on manifesting my dreams and visions in an interesting and a childish kind of a funny way, instead of like adults way, so heavy, so challenging. Every day is like so many like overthinking, right? So much negativity, all this kind of, and super hard work, all this kind of a really hard way. It's not supposed to be that way, okay? Like the people said, like a famous saying said, if you are not having fun, you are doing it wrong. So 2023, definitely I'm developing my new theme and new vision. It definitely will be full of vision, dreams, and also fun, okay? And creativity and imagination, everything, okay? And that will really like make the manifestation process is. Of course, I will still do things, right? Keep doing things, and even do more, and creativity, right? All this kind of thing. But do more things is not like do hard work, but it's really do more like aligned with your vision and dreams. Do more creativity work, do more passionate work, do more fun work, and so that's like I said. People said, well, as long as you are doing what you love to do, and you're like connect with your passion, right? Or as also the fun, you will not feel like you're working anymore. Okay, so I want to get into that kind of a following your bliss and also flow kind of a status. I would encourage you to, so that's why I'm now, to open this class for all of you as well. This Dreams and Vision Board workshop. And by the way, yesterday I was doing almost also this visualizations planning. I almost planned the like full calendar of my 2023. Like every month I designed, like I have a, by the way, I have like a challenge, right? I have the content freedom challenge. I have the dreams and vision board workshop, and then I have my let me say, the first one is Dreams and Vision Board workshop, and then is the master class. The master class teaching how to launch your business, your online business, profitable and also impactful, right? So in 90 days, within 90 days, that's our master class. And then it's a content freedom challenge, and then it's our wealth and entrepreneurship webinar. So the 4 of them, I just schedule them to repeat every 4 weeks. So every month I have one class or the webinar or the workshop or the master class, right? Each one of them will repeat every month, like monthly, and every 4 weeks, roughly it's like a month, right? And every month we have at least 4 of different classes, all of them, right? So while I make the on my calendar, I also on my Zoom meeting schedules, I put them into like a repeat every 4 weeks. So now, and also set up for till the end of next year. So I have my whole year's calendar booked already, okay? So that's part of my visualization, the results of my visualization. That's how efficient I'm becoming with that visualization. Actually, I just did maybe under 10 minutes, and I get my whole 2023 calendar filled. How great is that, right? So I would definitely invite you to attend our Dreams and Vision Board workshop. So that would definitely really empower you. We will help you to dream again and define your dreams, and we also have how to help you to organize it and categorize it and prioritize it, and before you put into your and design your vision board. Okay, and by the way, our vision board, we're collecting it from all our students and clients, and those vision boards, and we are putting into the connection, and one day we will apply for the Guinness World Record. That's our vision, part of our vision and dream as well. So you are invited to this Dreams and Vision Board workshop. I already put in the calendar, and the next one will be in January, starting from January the first week, January 5th. Okay, make sure that you will check under the video. After I finish the video, I will share the link so you will know how to register for it. Okay, and by the way, it's we do charge a minimum fee, a very small fee, right, around just $30. Maybe in the future I will make a few choices, so you can choose from like a low run and to a higher one. It depends on how much you want to contribute, because this one we're not just like charging for charging. We're charging it so that to enable us to do more, because to do more of this workshop in our vision for the movement and the call for the abundance of all. We want to bring this Dreams and Vision Board workshop to many more organizations, especially those that non-profit and charity and the courses, right? All those organizations, to help them. We are doing that for free for them, and we want you to help us, to support us, and to make that possible. To really, let's see, my vision to enable at least 1 billion of people. Nobody is left without a great, clear, like a purpose and a vision board. That's my dream. I want to fulfill, and also it's my call. It's really my call. It's not just like I imagine, have any like a random imagination. This is being my call. Every day accumulated years and years, being in the coaching for 13 years. And I know that I will be doing this for the rest of my life, and I'm on this call and never look back to any corporate world anymore. So I'm on this call, and I feel like a call, my vision, like I called the vision is actually our blueprint, okay, our life's purpose and blueprint. That's God gave us this blueprint to following your desiring and your call, to like really plan the visions, like step by step what we want to fulfill. So this is definitely in my core and my really like my honored mission. It's really like a mission to enable as many as possible. In my now initial imagination is like it could be 1 billion, that ripple effect, right, to help us reach more, like especially like disadvantaged areas, vulnerable people, especially kids and women, right, in those poor areas. And in some areas those people really have a, like recently during the Saturday we just sponsored and did this workshop for this organization. It's called Hope for Silent Voices. Hope for Silent Voices. They are helping kids and women and families in Cambodia, South Asia, and also they are like in other nearby countries like Thailand, all these countries like disadvantaged areas and vulnerable people, to help them, especially for those kids, right? For those like people they do not have such kind of resources. We will bring this workshop to ignite their world, to empower them, to equip them, to really to help them to fulfill, like really understand and fulfill their dreams and their visions. So I feel like this call is so meaningful. We need your support. I could not do it by myself, right? Only by myself. How many people I can reach, or how many organizations I can do, right? Even I use all my time, but I want you to help me, because then we can expand this project. So I could really empower more leaders like me. I could teach them, I could certify them, I could share these courses with them and really train them, so more leaders can do more of this to empower their networks, to empower more lives. So that's a mission to be, and I would really appreciate your support. And even like I know this workshop is so valuable to you, right? It's total without a little investment. It's totally worth it. It's actually tens of times of value, more than what you invest. But we do want to appreciate your support, not just the money, right? But really from your mindset, from your prayers, even from your vision, from your dream, all this kind of thing. You can support us from your energy. That kind of support we will even like appreciate more, and with that minimum investment, that will enable us to do more of this. All right. So I will share right after this video. I will share with you the workshops link information. You could register, you could invest in the near future. I could also enable for the donation as well, so that together let's really run this abundance of all movements, and then we can help more and more people, all of you, right? I would look forward to that, empower you to become the leader in your ideal niche, so that you could transform more lives in your network. All right, so thank you so much, and definitely everyone, let's make December our Dream Again month. And before we get into 2023, I will encourage you not just take breaks, but really take this meditation every morning and night time to connect with your dreams and your vision, your best vision about yourself and about the work you can contribute to this world. I believe that will make your life totally different, and also make your new year 2023 even greater and more meaningful and even more impactful and successful. Okay, thank you so much everyone. Keep in touch. Let me know how you like this today's Momentum Monday. I will look forward to seeing you next time. Okay, I know that next time will be around Christmas time, and we'll be get into our last episode of 2022 before we get into a new year. Okay, so keep your momentum and make the rest of the 2022 the best time of your life, and the most meaningful and contributing time of your life. Okay, keep the momentum, and God bless you, and everyone, we will meet you inside of our dreams and vision board workshop. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye.